Okay, so, oh my god, we have 2 weeks left. Let that sink in. Not good. Dallas and Tennessee is the last game of 2022, by the way. Every other game is either January 1st or, in Buffalo and Cincinnati's case, January 2nd. Wow. Oh my god. Holy crap. Let's get into it. Let's just get into it. Just rip the Band-Aid off. 2022 ends in less than 5 days. What is today? Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Yeah, it ends in 3 days. Holy crap. 4 days, 3.5 days, whatever. Dallas, Tennessee, again, tomorrow night, last game of 2022. I have Dallas winning on the road at Tennessee. This is, both teams, well, I guess Tennessee doesn't need to win because they can lose this week and then beat Jacksonville week 18 and you win the division. But, it's, it's nice if you're able to get a win at home, too. So, I am picking Dallas, but this, there's playoff implications. Dallas is still in the running to win the East. Now, the way I have it set up, and obviously you can see it on the screen, I don't think that Philly is going to lose that number 1 seed or the East. I think they lock it up this week. But if New Orleans upsets Philly, week 18, Dallas and Philly, and especially if Dallas wins against Tennessee, Dallas and Philly are playing for not only, the East, but then it switches up. The top 4 get really top 3 because, the NFC South is ass. But top 3 can, get mixed around and switched up. And we can have a totally different, round 1 bye, for an NFC team. So, and the AFC is still the same way, too. It's not been locked up either. I think the Bills have it right now. So, then we move on to January 1st, 2023. Arizona heads to Atlanta. I'm going to pick Atlanta just because the Arizona Cardinals are bad. And, what I saw them, they did decently well against Tampa, but Tampa's not that good. But Atlanta's not that good either. So this might be a good game because both teams are bad. So, Miami heads to New England. Tua's in concussion protocol, so I believe it's Teddy Bridgewater leading the charge against New England. And I'm going to pick New England just because I think their defense is just going to upset them. And, really kill them. So, I think the offense might not show out. But if they can do what they did in the second half last week, they might be able to win against the Dolphins without Tua. So, New Orleans heads to Philly. Again, you're at home. You essentially lock up the 1 seed with a win. I have Philly winning. But New Orleans can upset. It's possible. It is possible. They have to go on the road and do it. But anything is possible, and, as a Packers fan, kind of want that because we need either the Giants to lose 2 or the Commanders to lose 1. If the Commanders don't lose to Cleveland this week, then I think Dallas plays them. So we would need, Dallas to, be playing for something week 18 if, if the Cleveland Browns can't do it. And I don't have them doing it this week. We'll talk about it. We'll talk about why in a minute, but, Philly might not be playing for much on week 18, so we'll see. Indy heads to face the Giants. Again, we need the Giants to lose too, but we're focused more so on the Commanders. So I do have the Giants winning at home. It's Indy. Indy is so bad. They're so bad. And the Raiders are the only team to lose to Indy, with under Jeff Saturday. so bad. Carolina heads to Tampa. I'm going to pick Tampa. Do not be shocked if Carolina wins. Don't. Because this division is so bad, and all 4 teams can still win the division, as stupid as it sounds. So if Carolina comes out with a dub, they come out with a dub. Don't be shocked if they do. So Denver heads to Kansas City. Kansas City still trying to play for that 1 seed. So, they're going to have their starters out this week. Because, again, Buffalo, especially, if things fall the way they do, and, again, you can see it on screen again with my game of the week. They're going to be fighting for that 1 seed. So, Kansas City, again, you have to wait an extra day after you play to find out what happens. But, I think they're going to have their starters out there and playing. So, Chicago heads to Detroit. Detroit should win this, probably. Chicago only like runs the ball and Justin Fields is able to score like 3 touchdowns with his feet and then has like 400 rushing yards, or the Bears have like 400 rushing yards in total. And, they're just throwing at the goal line and scoring, touchdowns there. Something like that. But, yeah, Detroit should win this. Again, Cleveland heads to Washington. Now, Wentz is playing. I want to be very clear. Wentz is playing. Okay? So, I get that. But we saw they did this against the Niners. They took out Taylor Heinicke and put in, Wentz in the second half. Don't be shocked if Taylor Heinicke comes back in the second half this week. Cleveland's not as good as the Niners were last week, or are. And, again, you just played them last week. So it's not as tough of a matchup. So, I think Taylor Heinicke is a better QB than Wentz, in my opinion. I know that's not a super hot take. But, with Wentz starting, I mean, the defense is good. You have Chase Young is back playing again. So, I think anything is possible. Cleveland could win this. I don't know. I don't know. I'm going to pick Washington again because I have this, feeling, this gut feeling that Taylor Heinicke is going to take over in the second half. And I would not be shocked if it happens. I wouldn't. And this might still be a close game. It might be, 14-10 at half. Or just choked on spit. Or something like that. So, Taylor Heinicke gives this team a better chance to win. And they're still in the playoff rush. Or playoff push right now. So, yeah. Then I have Jacksonville heading down to Houston and beating Houston. I'm nervous for my Jags. If you don't know, there's my second favorite team. I am so nervous for them. Right now, they lead the division, and really, this isn't a huge matchup because, again, Tennessee's next week. Basically, winner of that wins the division, essentially. So, that's right. Tennessee doesn't need a win this week. But, having that extra cushion, having that win, on the road, it'd be nice. So, I'm praying Jacksonville can get the W here. We'll see, though. Because it's Houston. They're giving people a run for their money here late in the year. So, San Francisco heads to face the Raiders. Yeah, they should just crush them. Jets head to face Seattle. Seattle's kind of fallen a bit. So, I think that Jets defense will be able to beat them up and will win this game. But that offense, we'll see. We'll see how the Jets offense looks. So, then Minnesota heads to Green Bay. Now, I'm not confident on this. I am picking my Packers to win this. It's basically, it's like a 50-50 split. I think the Packers, I think last I saw, it's like 53% chance to win this game. So, that'd be Minnesota's 47. Something like that. This is like really close. And, I'm looking at all this stuff, looking at stats, all this, everything. Looking at how our defense has played recently. Looking at how, the Vikings have played recently, too. I mean, it took a 61-yarder to beat the Giants last week. So, I'm not confident. I'm not confident at all. I'm going to pick the Packers. They are at home. We need this. Vikings don't need this. They're in the playoffs. They won the North. So, I think you're going to see a fire from the Packers come out and really fight. Really put their hearts into this game. You have to win this game. And then if you win this game, you have Detroit at home too. So we don't go on the road for these last 2 weeks. But, one slip up and you're done. So I'm going to pick the Packers, but I'm not confident. This game is going to be really interesting to see. So Rams and Chargers face at home in SoFi. And I just have the Chargers winning. Not much to say there. Maybe Baker wins. Leaves him on a little, hot streak. He's only lost one game as a Ram, and that was to the Packers. So, we'll see. Pittsburgh, Baltimore. I'm not excited for this game. Now, this has playoff implications, yes, but I'm not excited for this game. I'm going to pick Baltimore at home, but don't be surprised if Pittsburgh wins. So, and then game of the week, Buffalo, Cincinnati. I'm picking Cincinnati at home. They look like a hotter team right now, but Buffalo's they're still in the playoffs. They're still good. But Cincinnati, just right now, I think I would probably just say they're looking like a very, very, very good team. And yeah, I think it's going to be a tough game. I'm glad this is Monday night. This is the last game of Week 17. Imagine if this was Week 18, though. That would be insane. End the year on a game like this would just be insane. So, those are my picks for Week 17. For now, like the video, share the video around. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'm out of here. Peace.